Mr. Vice Chairman Sir, I welcome this historic decision taken by the government, and I want to point out that in the run up to the 2014 general elections, the Prime Minister had promised transformational change in the economy. The people of India believed him, believed in the NDA, and that is how we came to power with a thumping majority. Sir, it is this change that is now being ushered in step by step. I think the people of India have welcomed these measures, whether it was the auction of the columns or spectrum, which was done in a transparent manner, or it is the GST now, which will change the face of our economy, or now eliminating the black money which is linked to corruption. Sir, we must understand the genius of the problem. How was so much black money created in the country? I go back to the time of Mr. Nehru. Many of my friends sitting across would recall that there was an allegation that Mr. Malaviya had taken rupees 5,000 for elections and he had to resign. That was the kind of money which was then in the system. As time passed on, Mrs. Gandhi was advised by some socialist friends that the way to end disparity in this country would be to raise income tax and apply wealth tax. The marginal rate of income tax was brought up to 90%. On top of that, there was a 2% wealth tax, which meant that if you earn even 1 lakh a year, you were in the 90% category and you had to pay wealth tax on top of that. So actually you were paying something like 98 or 99% of your income in taxes. That is when the generation of black money started. This has been witnessed all over the world. Whenever taxation rates are very high, black money is created. Even in some European countries, this phenomenon has been witnessed. Sir, black money and corruption are always linked. Moving on from Mrs. Gandhi's time or towards the end of our regime, one started hearing of some scams, whether it was the rag import scam or some defense deals or the Russian wheat deals, which then were very much in the news. Black money started getting generated. It started this cancer which came in, which started affecting all organs of society. But the real impetus to this really came in the last 10 to 12 years when we saw the Commonwealth scam, the 2G scam, the coal scam, that is where huge bribes were paid, which are always in black. The generation started and the resultant bribes went into the real estate sector, where the boom came and more black money got created. That, sir, created a parallel economy which was creating havoc in the system. The government has to correct this, because if you do not do it now, your future generations will suffer. Sir, this also started creating social tensions, ostentatious display of wealth. We are witnessing today how a wedding is taking place in the south. All this is creating a lot of tensions in society. As I said earlier, this black money was affected every organ, be it our politics or be it the media. Today, all of us are victims of the paid media. That is the biggest expense at election time. So, obviously, the Prime Minister is duty bound to correct it. Sir, this government and the Prime Minister announced the river cleaning program. This is also an extension of that. The river of the economy is being cleansed with this step. Sir, the money that is now going to be collected, or which is now being deposited in the banks, will be used to fund the farmers, small businessmen, startups, and all that section which is in need of bank finance. Sir, I agree that this has caused a pain all around. My state is also suffering. Everybody is suffering. But, sir, I just want to give one or two examples. Even when a child is born, the mother goes through pain. But then after the pain comes the joy, the kind of joy that the child then brings to the family all around. When a patient is very sick, the patient is given intravenous, which causes pain. But it is that intravenous injection which eventually cures the patient. This is what the government is trying to do, and I am sure our future generation will reap a lot of benefit from what the government is doing. Sir, as I said earlier, I empathize and my party emphasizes with those who have suffered, and I have a few suggestions for the government. First of all, cooperative banks have now been barred from giving money. Sir, this is causing a huge problem to the farmer. Thank you.